and I'm excited to present our first honoree of the day, a strong, smart, bold, and powerful woman, Channing Dungy, President, ABC Entertainment. In this role, Channing oversees all development, programming, marketing, and scheduling operations for ABC Primetime and Late Night. Channing has shepherded in a wide variety of successful programming, including the #1 new drama on television this season, The Good Doctor. I learned a lot in getting to know Channing. She told me about a script writing class that she took in college, which she really enjoyed. However, she wasn't very good at it. What she realized, though, was that she loved helping other students develop their scripts, that process of providing feedback and bringing ideas to life. Sometimes you never know what experiences will teach you. That's why we have to be open to learning as we go. One of the best words of advice Channing received early on in her career was to speak up, to have confidence in her opinions and her particular point of view. As women, especially in male-dominated environments, it can be difficult to stand up for ourselves and our ideas. But we must continue to challenge gender roles and inspire each other to reach higher heights. That's exactly what Channing is doing. Please join me in welcoming our first honoree of the day, Channing Dungy.
And I was actually so excited to learn that I was speaking first because I thought, okay, well then it'll be early in the day, I won't have already cried. I've already cried, you guys. I got very teary when Naomi was talking about going to the White House. And I was just picturing those 13-year-old girls there. And my heart just got so big, and I got a little emotional. But I want to thank Naomi for those wonderful words, and also just for her wonderful speech. She is such a rock star and a real, yes. And it just goes to show you that role models can come in all ages. I also wanted to congratulate my fellow honorees. This is such an esteemed group of women to be a part of, and I'm just humbled and grateful to be able to stand alongside you today. It's a true honor and a privilege to be here. And it's also really meaningful to be here today. At this time, I've spent a lot of time lately thinking about what it means to be a woman in this world, what it means to be a woman in Hollywood, what it means to be a woman in this country, what it means to be a woman in this world. And so it's extra meaningful for me to be here today in this room, surrounded by people who are equally committed to helping to raise the next generation of women. I spend a lot of time thinking about the next generation because I'm a mother of 2 children. Now, I have to tell you, I think I'm doing an amazing job with my son, amazing. He is only 8 months old, so that mainly means making sure that he's fed, has a clean diaper, and is getting lots of cuddles, but I think I'm killing it. With my daughter, she's 5, she just started kindergarten, and it's a little bit of a different story. She's a bright girl, she asks a lot of questions, and I can see already her trying to figure out what is her place in the world, where does she fit, who's she gonna be, what kind of life is she gonna have? And my goal as a mom is to help her find her voice. And what does that really mean, finding your voice? I think one of the key attributes to doing that is to be able to be surrounded by mentors who enable you to hear that voice inside of you and who encourage you to follow that voice. And I've been fortunate in my life to have had many mentors within my family, within my community, within my work. I wanted to talk about one particular mentor at this moment because she's a fantastic person. Her name is Courtney Valenti, and she's somebody that I worked with when I was at Warner Brothers in the feature group, and I think many of you here in this room know her. And she gave me a piece of advice, which Naomi had alluded to in her opening remarks. But it was when I was early in my career, I was 25 years old, and I was a junior executive at Warner Brothers. And that was a really, I'm just gonna say there was a lot of male energy in that place at that time. And it was a little intimidating to go to the weekly staff meeting, and I didn't say a lot. I mostly listened to what other people were saying and kind of tried to follow along. But then a couple months into my tenure, there was a script that we read over the weekend that I really, really loved. I mean, it spoke to me in the way that really good writing does, and I was so excited to come in and talk about it in the Monday morning meeting. And then I came in there, and senior executive after senior executive was talking about how the script was soft and small and silly and lame. And so I didn't say anything. I just kept my thoughts to myself. And later that afternoon, I went to talk to Courtney. I think I was looking for some, support, commiseration. And I said, I really like that script. I'm bummed I didn't get to talk about it. And she looked at me and she said, well, then today you failed. Not just the company, but you. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, we hired you for your opinion. The minute you cease to have an opinion, you cease to have value. And that has stuck with me forever and always. And it's something that I try to pass on, especially to young women who I work with. Because I think it can be really hard, especially in a male-dominated field, especially in a male-dominated world, it feels like sometimes, to be a woman, to let your voice be heard, to speak up for the thing that excites you, to speak up for the thing that you're passionate about. And so I want to encourage everyone in this room, find your voice, hear your voice, because when you speak up, you encourage other people to speak up around you. Now, I already told you that I think Naomi is a rock star, but now I'm going to prove it. She was awarded a scholarship earlier this year, the Lucille Miller Wright Scholarship, and I want to read a few of the words that she gave in her acceptance speech. Only Girls, Inc. taught me independence. I became a free-thinking young woman who knows her place doesn't have to be in the kitchen unless that's what she chooses for herself. I'm free to be myself and to love myself. Looking back at all the years I spent at Girls, Inc., I realized the full impact that it made. Girls, Inc. made a difference in my life by giving me the space to learn about myself and explore all the amazing and beautiful things the world has to offer. Girls, Inc. made a difference in my life by showing me that girls are powerful and they can control their own lives. How about that? And Naomi also just told you that she wants to be a storyteller, and in that same speech she said, someone needs to tell those stories, and I want that someone to be me. So I challenge every girl in this room to be like Naomi. Find your voice, choose your path, be strong, smart, and brave as you embark on this journey. And know that I'm rooting for you, and I'm proud to play a part in supporting an organization like Girls, Inc. that is here to help you and other young women to unlock their full potential and be the change that we want to see, that we need to see in this world. Thank you so much.